Jewish tourists seen removing Christian cross from UK hotspot before replacing it with Star of David. Symbolic. But anyway, footage has emerged of what appears to be a group of Jewish holidaymakers removing a cross made of stones on a Welsh hill and using the rocks to create a Star of David display. The 60-foot long cross was found in the popular tourist hub of Llandudno, northern Wales. The structure was entirely made up of loose stones and has stood on the hill below the Great Orme summit for at least half a century, which means it's a very important cultural landmark. And there it is there. They've taken all the stones away for the cross and they've used it to build that. Although some people have, like, obviously used the stones to build other things, but I would say, don't be a dickhead, right? Like, see if there's something that someone's already built and it's something as important as the cross, then just leave it be. Go find new stones. However, they've decided to be cheeky bastards and do that. The footage sparked outrage online after it showed what looked to be a group of youngsters wearing traditional kippa headwear removing stones from the much-loved Christian display. It went on to show the youths take the stones further along the hill and make a Star of David, the symbol of the Jewish faith. It is unknown whether the Star of David display was finished by the group or how many of the stones which made up the cross were taken. Adults accompanying the group appeared to be looking on while the group dismantled the structure. That's the thing is, like, one thing that you should do whenever you visit any country is just show simple respect. Just show simple fucking respect. Right, it's very easy. Especially for, like, their culture and stuff like that. I try my best to avoid it. See, because I don't drink, it's actually pretty easy. I try my best to avoid the British holidaymaker stereotype, and I definitely try and avoid the Scottish holidaymaker stereotype, where there's a big meme where we get extremely heroically fucking drunk and have to be escorted home because we get blind drunk in foreign countries and go, where the fuck am I? And then we don't know how to get back to our hotel. So there's a bit of a meme of people having to escort us home, and it's a bit of a nightmare because we are singing and trying to fight people on the way back. So that's the meme, and I don't have to do that because, I've got Google Maps and I barely drink. I say barely, I rarely drink. Like, I honestly, once in a blue moon, I know. I don't fit the stereotype, I'm afraid. Initial footage of the incident was posted on Facebook, which sparked furious reactions in the comments section. One user fumed, if a Christian dismantled a Star of David to build a cross, we would be put in prison and face hate crimes. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely 100% correct. If it was a Star of David and people went up there and dismantled it to create a cross, the police would be involved instantly and everybody would be rounded up. However, when it comes to this, these guys won't even get a talking to, probably. Another commented, sorry, but this cross has been on the arm for years. Show respect to any religion. After the video surfaced, locals headed to the hillside to restore the stones back to their original positions. And the cross was restored fully by the end of the weekend. Wonderful. Scott Pudney, who helped restore the landmark, said, I've just been up the arm and thankfully normal service has been restored. I just finished off the last couple of corners just to make sure, as someone has already cleared most of it. I helped restore the cross, not for any religious purpose, it's just that it's been a part of Llandudno for more than 50 years and looked after by locals and holidaymakers alike. Orthodox Jewish communities have visited Llandudno for over 100 years. Why? Fuck knows. Professor Nathan Adams, who has documented Jewish history in the north of Wales, said, these actions, if verified, have been committed by a tiny minority of Jews and should not be allowed to obscure the long history of Jews visiting and living in Llandudno that dates back over 100 years. There's that tiny minority thing again. It's only a tiny minority of crowd, blah, 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 yeah, shut. Llandudno, if we don't get to use it, you don't get to use it. Llandudno has and continues to have a fascinating Jewish heritage, which we are continuing to explore. Wasn't aware there was Welsh Jews, all 7 of them. But anyway, however, these actions in no way justify the outpouring of anti-Semitic prejudice I have read on Facebook, and it didn't take much to reveal the depth of prejudice bubbling beneath the surface. Shut up. Right, so basically it was just an act of vandalism on an important and sacred religious thing. It's basically damage to it. So, if it was the other way around and Christians dismantled the Star of David and built that and built a cross out of it, the police would be down there arresting everybody post haste. So I look forward to the police doing a similar thing to this group, but I won't hold my fucking breath.